The Westport Country Playhouse Radio Theater presents A Merry Little Christmas Carol, adapted by Mark Shanahan from his play, based on the novella by Charles Dickens, with original music, sound design, and audio production by JOHN GROMADA.
Marley was dead to begin with. Oh, that's a good opening line, isn't it? How wonderful. Every time I read it, I think to myself, what a perfect way to start a ghost story. I love it, don't you? Hello, this is Mark Lamus. Tonight, I'm sitting here all alone in one of those comfy red chairs in our big barn theater in Connecticut, and I guess I'm a little jumpy all by myself here in an empty theater because every once in a while from up in the balcony I hear the creak of a floorboard, the thump of a footstep, the squeak of a house seat, sometimes even the door closing backstage. It's probably just my imagination, right? But then again, any respectable theater with a long history like ours should have its fair share of ghosts. One look at the posters that line our walls tells you that there are hundreds of famed actors throughout the ages who might wish to return to the Playhouse one more time, even from beyond. Maybe you've seen one of those ghosts around here yourself, out on the front porch, or on the staircase in the lobby. With that in mind, it's only fitting that tonight I'm calling on the spirits of some of our most beloved Playhouse actors to share with you the most famous ghost story of them all. Now, you might think you know this one already. It's a Dickens of a tale told many times and many ways, but tonight we'll endeavor to tell it anew so that our ghostly little play might raise the ghost of an idea which we hope you'll enjoy. So, close your eyes and imagine you're right here with me, nestled into your seat at the Playhouse. The curtain has just gone up. Marley was dead to begin with. There was no doubt whatsoever about that. Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, a spirited wind swept down the Thames, through the thoroughfares of old London. The fog poured in at every keyhole. The church had just struck 3, yet it was already dark. It is on this particular Christmas Eve that we meet one Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Humbug!
See him in your mind's eye, his black cloak whipping in the wind, as cold as his heart.
Out of my way!
A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner was Scrooge. Even the city's stray dogs were afraid of him.
Quiet, you mangy beasts! Yeah, that's better.
See it now? The counting house of Scrooge and Marley. For the two had been partners for a good many years. Sometimes folks called Scrooge Scrooge, but sometimes they mistakenly called him Marley. Though Scrooge would always say,
"What do I care what you call me so long as you pay your bills on time?"
And so it was, until old Jacob Marley quite suddenly passed on.
Dead as a doornail.
You see, Marley was dead to begin with. Oh, but you knew that already. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come from the tale I shall relate for you tonight.
Cratchit!
Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year,
Cratchit, where are you?
on Christmas Eve,
Yes, sir. Can I help you, sir?
old Scrooge and his clerk, Bob Cratchit, sat busy at work.
Lock the door, quick! He's coming!
Once upon a time, on Christmas Eve.
But, sir, it's only...
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
My nephew, Fred.
Indeed, Uncle. Hello, Bob. Merry Christmas.
Humbug! A Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
And what right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Fool, going about wishing people a Merry Christmas. Bah!
Oh, come now. It costs nothing to say the words. Give it a try. Just pucker your lips. Say, Mary. Oh, yes, it's on the tip of your tongue now, isn't it? Mary.
Humbug!
Merry humbug? Well, not quite. Try again.
Out upon a Merry Christmas. If I had my way, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
I fear you're not quite in the Christmas spirit, Uncle.
What's Christmas to most but a time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? There's no profit in Christmas.
There are many things which have rewarded me without profit to my pocket. Christmas is chief among them. I find it a kind, forgiving, and charitable time when good people open their hearts freely and think of their neighbours as they really are, as fellow passengers to the grave, and not just another race of creatures bound on merciless journeys. And so, Uncle, though Christmas has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I say God bless it.
Hear, hear, Mr. Fred.
Quiet, Cratchit.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. Sorry, sir.
And so, Uncle, I come with an invitation to Christmas dinner at our house. You've yet to meet my wife. She's preparing a turkey.
You wish me to eat a turkey at your house?
And I shall uncork a fine bottle and toast the day with Christmas spirits of a different sort altogether.
I have no interest in Christmas spirits.
Catherine will be disappointed.
Who?
Catherine. My wife.
Tell me again, why did you ever marry?
Why? Because I fell in love.
Fell in love? Bah! Good afternoon.
I'm sorry to find you so resolute, Uncle. I'll take my leave. Bob, my very best wishes to all the Cratchits, especially your youngest boy. How is Tiny Tim?
We're hopeful, sir. Hopeful indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. You're in our thoughts.
Very kind of you, Mr. Fred. Merry Christmas.
You hear this fool? My clerk with 15 shillings a week and a family? Only an idiot like him would go about wishing people that...
Merry Christmas!
Bah! What are you looking at, Cratchit?
Well, it's nearly end of day now, sir.
Is it? You'll want the whole day off tomorrow, I suppose, even though I'm paying you.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. Sorry, sir.
Scrooge closed up the counting house, and upon closing the door, he was immediately seized upon by two terribly jolly ladies shouting,
Merry Christmas!
Bah!
Hello, Mr. Scrooge. Oh, are you Mr. Marley? You must be one or the other.
Marley is dead, to begin with. 7 years ago, this very night.
Oh, we're terribly sorry to hear that.
Terribly sorry indeed.
Now, Mr. Scrooge, we've never met.
So why ruin a good thing?
A good thing. Exactly. You see, we represent the Temperance Society. At this festive season, we seek to make some slight provision
For the poor.
and the destitute, who suffer so very greatly at this time of year.
A time above all others when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
And so, what shall we put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Oh, there are, sir.
Then those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there. Many would rather die.
Well, if they would rather die, they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. There'll be no handouts, no free meals, no.
Out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round
You there,
about,
boy,
deep and
stop
crisp
that at
and
once.
even. It's only a carol, sir. A Christmas carol. Sir, are you all right?
I do not wish to hear your song, do you understand? Now, off with the lot of you. Good afternoon.
Old Scrooge's hands shook. The song had stirred something deep within him, a memory long buried, and buried is where it would stay if he had his way about it. Foggier now and colder still, the old bell in the church struck the passing hours as old Scrooge set off for home, alone. And then...
Scrooge. Eh? Who's there?
But nothing. Scrooge groped along the path until he arrived at the front door of his drafty old home on Powers Court.
Now then, my keys. What in blazes? There, in the door knocker. It's the face of... Marley? Jacob? Marley? Ah!
Oh, there you are, Mr. Scrooge. You're late. I was just about to leave, I was. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a...
Mrs. Dilber, it's only you.
Always a charmer, eh? I've finished the housework and rearranged the dust and cobwebs in every room. I'll see you...
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Christmas Day, sir. My sister lives out in Leytonstone, and I intend to be with her.
You are my housekeeper. This is my house. Intend to be here.
All right, let's see then.
Simple-minded vulture.
Miserable ogre.
Hog-faced hornswoggler.
Filthy-nosed flapdoodler.
Rump-roasted hedge creeper.
Tight-fisted old Scrooge.
What did you call me?
The worst thing I could think of. A Scrooge.
Tomorrow, or don't come back.
I don't have a choice, do I?
Choice? We none of us has a choice.
Tomorrow, then. The only thing left for me to say, then. Merry...
Don't you dare!
Christmas!
Scrooge entered the darkness of his home.
Darkness is good. Darkness is cheap.
He lit the smallest of candles, double-locked himself in, put on his dressing gown, slipper, and nightcap, and sat down to eat his gruel.
Humbug.
And that is when he heard.
What is that noise? The cellar door is opening. Who's there? Answer me. I can see right through you. Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Very well. Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Jacob? But aren't you dead to begin with?
You don't believe in me?
No! In fact, I do not. There's an explanation for you. You might be a symptom of indigestion, or an undigested bit of beef, or a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, sir. Very well. I believe. But why should the spirit walk the earth?
If a man's spirit does not go forth in life, he is condemned in death to wander the world and witness the happiness he might have shared.
Is that why you bear those chains?
I wear the chain I forged in life, link by link, yard by yard.
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy, that was my business. Yet I walked through life without a care for others. Yet, my chain, it pulls me back. Scrooge, hear me.
I do.
You have yet one chance of escaping my fate, Ebenezer.
Tell me what to do. I'll accept anything. Anything.
You will be haunted.
Anything but that.
Tonight, haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first spirit when the clock strikes 12. Expect the second upon the stroke of 2, and the third upon its own good time. Look for me no more, but remember what has passed between us.
I will.
Remember me, Scrooge. Remember me. Remember me.
Jacob Marley, in this very room. Was I dreaming, and yet... to bed.
But Scrooge couldn't sleep. The clock struck.
1:15. 1:30. 1:45. The hour itself. And nothing. I must be going mad. All those fools wishing me a...
Merry Christmas, Ebenezer Scrooge.
And there, at the foot of his bed, a lovely, floating woman with a mischievous smile, hair glowing like an ambitious candle, her figure in shimmering robes, like bedsheets blowing in the wind.
Who's there? I can hardly see. You shine so brightly. Are you...
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh, yes, of course you are. And what business have you here?
My business is your welfare and reclamation.
Well, thank you all the same, but I'm not interested in...
Take heed, Ebenezer Scrooge. Rise and come with me.
Oh, I'm floating. Oh, dear. Yes, I'm floating. Off the ground. Oh, I don't care for this.
Bear a touch of my hand and fly with me, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, but where are we to go?
The past, of course.
But I've already been there, and I don't wish to...
At once, Scrooge is high above London, soaring through the clouds. He covers his eyes, fearing even the slightest look between his fingers, until the spirit and the old man land softly, like snowflakes touching down upon a field.
Where are we, Spirit? No, not where. When? Isn't that right? I know this place. Good heavens, I was a boy here. That country road, the little town in the distance. All as it used to be. Come.
You remember the way?
Remember it? I can walk this road blindfolded. Oh, look. Those boys, do you see them? They were my schoolmates long ago. I know them. Boys, it's me. It's Ebenezer, boys. They didn't see me.
These are but shadows of things that have been.
Shadows? How lovely to see them again. They were my mates, you see, at my school.
Well, then let us go up there, shall we?
Why, it's just as I recall it. My school. Well, not a school, really, was it? A workhouse, where we received basic lessons while in the care of old Mr. Creakle. The sight of his face would scare the devil himself back to...
Boys? Boys.
My goodness, that's him. That's him.
Bernard Hall prepares its students to be proper citizens, not hooligans. Do you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Creakle.
This morning, I was hit in the head by a snowed ball. Disgraceful. Snowball fight when you should be working. I will find out which one of you did it. Of that you may be sure. And when I do, there will be consequences. But today is the end of term. Your parents wait at the main entrance to take you home for holiday. But when your festivities have ended, I will still be here. I will always be here. Remember that.
Yes, Mr. Creakle.
For now, you are dismissed. Except for you, Scrooge. I want to speak with you.
Can he see me?
He can, yes, though he sees you as the boy you once were.
I found these books hidden at your workstation. You've read all these, I take it?
Yes, sir.
Well, you've been a busy boy. There's no profit in stories, Scrooge. The real world is cruel and hard. Your father sent a letter, child. He isn't coming. Doesn't wish you home for Christmas. You're to remain here with me. You're unwanted, Ebenezer. You need to think about your future, because no one else will. Work is the only thing that will save you, not dreams. Do you understand me? Answer me, child.
Yes, sir.
Bah, humbug.
I was just a boy. I wish...
Yes?
I wish there was a boy singing a Christmas carol on the street last night. Good King Wenceslas, a song my mother used to sing. I should have liked to have spoken with him.
Let us see another Christmas, Ebenezer.
With a wave of the spirit's hand, the years pass. The schoolroom is worn with age.
Ebenezer!
Spirit, is it she? My dear sister Fan? Spirit, may I see her?
You may, and she might see you as the brother you once were to her.
Oh, brother dear.
Fan, it is you.
I've come to bring you home. Isn't it wonderful? How I've missed you.
And I you, dear Fan.
Father is so much kinder than he used to be, and had a change of heart. He's been ill and he wishes to see you. He sent me in a coach to bring you home. Oh, this is a day to remember.
I will. I do.
And there's more. You're never to come back here. You're to be a gentleman. Father has arranged an apprenticeship for you.
Look at you, dear Fan. You and your sweet, crooked smile.
Come, the coach is waiting. We'll have a feast and sing songs like Mother used to. Do you remember the song? Good King Wenceslas last looked out on the feast of Stephen.
Fan,
when the snow laid round
don't leave, Fan. Not again. She was always a delicate creature, Spirit, with such a large heart. I've missed her so. May I see her again?
Her time has passed.
How cruel you are.
The past is only what you remember. Come, we have more to see.
In a flash, Scrooge finds himself amid the bustle of a city street several Christmases later.
We're at the old warehouse now, aren't we? I was apprenticed here. This is the warehouse of dear old...
Excuse me, pardon me, hot soup coming through.
Dear old Fezziwig, alive again.
Yo-ho there, Ebenezer, Ticky, where are you? Lads, come along now.
Here, Mr. Fezziwig.
Bless me, is that Dick Wilkins? He was my best friend, Wilkins was.
Good lad, Ticky. And where's Ebenezer?
Probably going over the books again, sir. You know him.
Spirit, allow them to see me too.
As you wish. Remember, they only see you as the young apprentice you once were.
Hello, Dickie, my old friend.
Oh, there you are, Neezer.
Yo-ho, my boys, 7 o'clock, Christmas Eve. Our guest will be here any minute.
Mr. Fezziwig?
No, Neezer, I know. You're going to tell me not to spend so much money on the party. It's true. Business is a bit down this year, but something will turn up. Something always turns up. Oh, and before I forget, here's a little something extra for you both. You're very special to me, boys.
Thank you, sir. Very kind.
Now clear the room. I want those shutters up quicker than you can say Jack Robinson.
Old Fezziwig's parties. I'd forgotten how grand they were. He invited everyone he knew. Cost a fortune.
Neezer. Ooh, Neezer. A word. Dora Kunkel is coming tonight. And guess what? I think I'm in love
Dickie, weren't you in love with Mary Underfoot?
Oh, I was in love with Mary Underfoot, but that's before I met Mabel Hickenlooper, and then I met Dora Kunkel. Dora Kunkel is different. I really do love her. She just might be the future Mrs. Wilkins.
So I need you to do something.
Anything.
Brilliant. Now, I want a moment alone with Dora, but I'm supposed to be looking after my little sister tonight, so could you...
Your sister? Yes, your sister.
Right, Isabel, with the silly curls and buck teeth and the squinty little eyes. Just dance with her for a little while and keep her out of my hair. Can you do that?
Yes, of course. Your sister.
How can I ever repay you? Clear away, boys, clear away. They're coming. Hilly ho, Dick. Cheer up, Ebenezer.
Oh, Spirit, I know them all. I recall them, each and every one. There's the fiddler and the baker and Mrs. Fezziwig. And the little Fezziwigs. Oh, there's Rita and Tom and Annie Burke from down the street.
Friends, welcome. Mrs. Fez and I wish to say, well, we count our blessings for our family and friends. The family and friends who share our journey with us this night. Just look round. Old friends, new ones, people from all over, some from places I've never even heard of, some who've never even heard of Christmas. To you I say, welcome to Fezziwigs. Of course, remembrance, like a candle, burns brightest at Christmas. Some of our dear ones cannot be here tonight, and some have crossed over to that undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns. We miss them all. We do. But they're in our hearts, of course. And to the rest of you, you'll always be welcome at our Christmas table, and that's a promise. And so, let us join in a jubilant chorus. Fiddler, play on!
Oh, Spirit, I'd forgotten. I used to dance, didn't I? Not well, mind you, but I danced. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the night I met...
Hello.
Yes, right. Hello. It's you.
My name is Belle.
Oh, yes. My name is... It's... I can't remember.
It's Ebenezer.
That sounds familiar.
We've met before. My brother Dickie is your best friend.
You. The girl with the curly hair.
And the buck teeth.
And the beautiful eyes.
Will you call upon me?
I will.
Then I shall count on it. Don't disappoint me. Good night, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, you're smiling.
Indeed, I am. She made me feel so... Oh, I remember everything about this night. How I wished it would never end.
We did it again, lads. Oh, I do believe that was our finest Christmas party yet. Oh, look at you boys. Almost men now. Good night, Nisa. Night, Dickie. You're a pair of princes. You know that, boys.
Old Fezziwig did it every year, Spirit. Turned this drafty old warehouse into something like a palace.
A small undertaking for such high praise, is it not?
You don't understand. We were only his apprentices. He had the power to render us happy or unhappy, but his true power was in his warm looks and words, things you couldn't count in a ledger.
What troubles you?
I should like to be able to say a word or two to my own clerk, Mr. Cratchit. Just now.
Nisa, I've big news. Nisa?
Ah, yes, Dickie.
I've decided to propose to Beatrice Rumple.
What happened to Dora Kunkel?
Oh, yeah, it didn't work out with Dora. But Beatrice is the one for me, don't you agree?
Oh, Dickie, I forgot what fun you were.
Hey, did you meet anyone tonight, Nisa? A girl to fancy?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Oh, that's my boy. See, that shyness is all an act. I knew it. But who is it? Millicent Dingle? Marjorie Pigeon? Doreen Fishhook?
Not exactly.
Well, who is it then? What's her name?
Belle.
Belle? I don't know a Belle. No, I can't think of a one. The only Belle I know is my sister? Ebenezer, my little sister?
I know.
No! Did she fall for you too?
I believe she did.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Well, not disgusting, but it's so wrong. So very, very wrong. She's...
Yes?
She's the most precious thing in the world to me, Ebenezer. And she'd be lucky to have you. You have my blessing. Well, just remember, if you break her heart, I'll never forgive you. Remember that.
Yes, Dickie. I'll remember that.
You better turn in. Oh, it's Christmas tomorrow. Another year past. Good night, Ebenezer. Merry Christmas.
Goodbye, Dickie.
My time grows short. Come.
Spirit, no! This field. I remember this day, 2 years later. And there's Belle. There were tears in her eyes as she said,
"Another idol has displaced me."
And I asked, what idol?
A golden one. If that's what brings you joy in this world, I won't hold you from it. I will release you from your promise to me.
Belle, I didn't wish to condemn us to a life of poverty. I never sought release.
No, not in words, perhaps, but with an altered spirit. You fear the world too much, and credit it. I have watched helplessly as you lose yourself little by little to your pursuits. All you think on is money now.
There's nothing on which life is so hard as poverty.
You have lost a share of your heart, and you have broken mine. Our contract to marry was made when we were both poor and young. And so, Ebenezer, I release you from our contract with a full heart and love of the man you once were. Take back this ring. May you be happy in the life you have chosen. Farewell.
Belle, no, no, no. Why didn't I go after her? Spirit, why didn't I try? Fool.
One shadow more.
Darling, are you home?
Who is this? I don't know this house. This memory?
Belle, are you home?
Husband, home a day early. Abigail and Janet will be glad Daddy's home.
Home again, home again. In time for Christmas Eve, no less. It's a cold one out there. Belle, on the way home, I saw an old friend of yours, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, did you now?
I passed his warehouse, and there he sat, alone. Quite alone in this world, I believe. And you know, seeing him there, I wondered... Belle, you've been happy, haven't you? I know we may not have much.
Oh, my sweet. I am thankful every day for you. You're a gift.
A gift, am I? I could wear a little bow and sit under the tree if you like. I love you.
I know you do. And you have my heart. Come, let's have a Merry Christmas with our girls.
Spirit, take me away from here. You delight in tormenting me.
I told you, these are but shadows of things that have been.
You show me shadows, things long past, things lost to me. You haunt me with what might have been. You show me the fragments of faces I have known, friends lost, long gone. I can't bear it. Remove me from here, I demand it of you. Haunt me no more, no more. Have mercy, please. Mercy.
Oh, poor old Scrooge. I warned you, it was a ghostly little tale. You may be asking, what happens next? Good question. Come back for part 2 and find out. It's me again, Mark Lamus, with part 2 of our merry little Christmas carol. You know, sitting here in my favorite seat at the Playhouse, I won't tell you which one because I always reserve mine in advance. I can imagine you right next to me, or up in the balcony, always a good view up there, or rushing back in from the concession stand after a quick hello when bumping into a friend. There are so many things that make coming to the Playhouse a special night out, and I always love that moment as we all settle into our chairs just as the lights dim for our second act. So, hurry now, take your seats wherever you are, and let's get on with the show. Now, where were we? Marley was dead, to begin with. Oh, no. We've been through all that. Of course, we covered a lot of ground already, haven't we? Let's see. First, we met Ebenezer Scrooge, and we heard him yell at his nephew Fred for saying Merry Christmas, and then Scrooge tore into his clerk, Bob Cratchit, because Bob wanted a day off, and then Scrooge barked at that poor boy singing a carol on the street, and bellowed at his housekeeper, Mrs. Dilber, and then, of course, old Marley scared the tar out of Scrooge, and then the ghost of Christmas past showed him, well, his past. That last part almost made me feel sorry for him. Almost, but not quite. And all of this has happened before we've even met our second ghost. So let's get on with it, shall we? Hear that? That's Scrooge sleeping. The first act took a lot out of him. And having seen those many visions from the past, you would think Scrooge would be ready for any manner of strange appearances.
What?
Yet, being prepared for anything, he was by no means prepared for nothing.
1 o'clock. Back at home. Alone. Who's there?
With shaking hands and knocking knees, Scrooge opened a door he'd never seen, to a room he'd never entered. And there, seated on a throne of wrapped presents, sat the heartiest of spirits.
Come in and know me better, man.
Who are you? So festive in your green robes.
I am the ghost of Christmas present.
I should have guessed.
You've never seen the likes of me before, I take it.
No, I don't think I have.
Have you never walked with my brothers and sisters?
I don't think so. Have you many siblings?
1,842, give or take.
Quite a family to provide for. Oh, yes. Very funny.
Oh, now then, shall we make our way?
Earlier tonight, I was an unwilling traveller, but I understand now. You wish to teach me, don't you? I will do anything you ask.
Then let us sail away.
Oh, anything but that.
Come, Ebenezer Scrooge. The wind is at our backs.
A flurry of snow swirls about Scrooge and his host, and in an instant the two are transported to the crooked little streets of Camden Town, bathed in warm sunlight.
What are we doing here, Spirit?
It's Christmas morning here, too. See the good people on their way home to prepare their meals. Look about.
For what? I see you sprinkling something from your scepter as the villagers pass. What is it?
A little Christmas seasoning. It helps a bit to spread the cheer.
And is every person welcome to your offering?
Indeed. The poor ones most of all, because they are the ones that need me most.
I see.
Here now, our destination.
Whose little house is this?
Don't you know?
No, let's see. The name on the door reads...
Bob Cratchit, you bring my boy back inside before you both catch a death of cold.
Cratchit? This is Bob Cratchit's house, of course. I'd never met his family.
Well, come in and know him better, man.
Now then, how are my potatoes coming along, Peter?
Delicious, Mother.
Mother, he's eaten the potato.
Peter, those are for stirring, not for eating.
Sorry, Mother.
This is Bob's older boy, and his daughter, and that's his missus.
You look very pretty, Mother.
Oh, your father gives me a smile when I wear this dress.
The way Peter smiles at the girls in town.
Oh, don't tease him, Martha. Your brother's practically a man now. You're a good lad, Peter. And you're a great help with Tim. You are, Peter. You deserve an apprenticeship of your own. If only we can find you one.
I don't mind working at the factory. Mr. Benjamin says I've got natural skill.
Oh, Mr. Benjamin works you too hard. He's a regular Scrooge, he is.
What did she say?
Your father and I want something different for you. That factory is a dangerous place.
Oh, Mum, you worry too much.
That's what mothers do. Worry. And if you're lucky, you'll worry about your children too someday.
Yes, Mother.
Besides, you're going to need a proper trade to help you look after your little brother someday, if need be.
The younger son. He's unwell, as I recall.
I'll always be there for him, Mum. I promise.
Me too, Mum.
Where are they then?
Oh, your father took Tim on a scoot round Cobb Hill. They've been out there all morning.
And wonders of his love.
Oh, here they come now. Quick, hide. Hide.
All right, then.
Wonders of his love. Let word go forth, big Cratchit.
Hello, Cratchit.
Are now home.
Thought you'd never come in.
Just doing a bit of perambulating. Hello, my darling.
Here we are, Tim, my brave little sailor. You must have been cold out there.
Just a bit.
Wipe your nose, love. Not you, dear, your father. Oh, Tim. Oh, you're getting so big. I can barely lift you.
And where's our Peter?
Just look over there, Bob. He's behind the table. Just look.
Oh, Bob, I'm sorry to tell you. Mr. Benjamin called on him. Peter's not able to join us.
Well, surely Mr. Benjamin doesn't expect him to work on Christmas. I have a good mind to go down to that factory and...
Here I am, Father.
I told you, Bob.
Oh, Peter! You devil.
We were just teasing. Hello, Tim. Would you like to come sit with me by the fire? Come on then, little brother.
Thank you, Peter. Just give me a hand, please. Here, I've got your crutch.
And how is Tiny Tim in church?
As good as gold and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful, sitting by himself so much, and thinks the strangest things you ever heard. What was it you whispered in my ear on the way home from church, Tim?
I said that I hoped the people in church saw me there because it might be right for them to remember on Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
That's lovely, Tim. Lovely.
I think perhaps he's growing stronger and heartier every day. Much stronger. Don't you all agree?
Perhaps so, Bob. Perhaps so.
Ooh, smells delicious. I've been dreaming about eating your famous cooked goose since last Christmas, darling. So tender. So delicious.
So cheap. But I think it'll do for the 5 of us.
My love, it will be your finest success since giving birth to our beautiful children.
Tim, you can have my potatoes if you're still hungry.
Well, aren't you a good sister, Martha? Tim, you can have all you want.
There isn't really enough food for all of them, is there?
And yet, no Cratchit present would dare to hint at such a thing.
I'd like to make a toast to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
Spirit, my ear must have played a trick upon me. Did he say...
Drink to him? That odious, stingy, unfeeling little man. Come now, you know he is, Robert. Nobody knows better than you. Look, I'm only speaking the truth. That's what mothers do.
Darling, the children. It's Christmas.
Oh, Christmas it is. Very well. I'll toast him for your sake, but not his. Long life to him, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There.
Hear, hear. Now, let me help you sit up there, Tim. Feeling a bit tired, are we?
I'm all right, Father. Really, I am.
Spirit, Tiny Tim, will he live? You must tell me.
I cannot see clearly the shadows of things to come. Yet, I observe a vacant stool in the chimney corner next Christmas, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered, the child will surely die.
Oh, no. Spirit, surely something can be done. Can he be spared?
If he be like to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Is that not what you said?
How about a song then, Mother?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Oh, please, Mother. Please, Mother.
Oh, all right. I'll try. Let's see. Lo, how a rose blooming from tender stem hath sprung, of Jesse's lineage coming, as men of old hath sung. It came a flowered bright amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the night.
God bless you, my little family.
God bless us, everyone.
That's right, Tim. That's right.
Let us not tarry. There is much to see. To see!
Where are you taking me now, Spirit?
Scrooge clings to the spirit as it carries him away, drifting aloft on the currents of the wind, past the old lighthouse keeper in his tower, the wind-blown wasteland fading in the distance, as the spirit guides Scrooge swiftly across the black and heaving sea.
The ocean. How solemn to move through this lonely and dark abyss. And there, Spirit, a ship bounding over the waves.
It carries seafaring men who labor in the depths of the ocean. See them now? The helmsman at the wheel, the lookout in the bow, the officers on watch. Every man among this crew holds a tune in his own heart. Can you hear the song they each sing to themselves? Good people all this Christmas time, consider well and bear in mind what gifts for us we all are done in breaking dawn and setting sun. Just as the angels all foretold, with thankful heart we shall behold on Christmas night, where'er we roam, a star to lead us safely home. Every man aboard holds in his mind a Christmas dream tinged with thoughts of home.
Home. So far away.
Even here, at the edge of the world, Christmas is present. These sailors think on loved ones far away and dare to wonder if someone, somewhere, is thinking of them in return. Who ashore thinks of you this Christmas, Ebenezer Scrooge?
And then said, Christmas is a humbug.
Humbug? Oh, Fred.
Oh, everything is a humbug to him, Catherine.
We're at Fred's home, aren't we? And is that his wife, Catherine?
Well, more shame to your uncle, Fred. Don't you agree, Topper?
Yeah, I do. Freddie, your uncle is positively cruel, and everybody knows it.
Yes, but he only hurts himself, really. Here he takes it into his head to dislike us, and he won't even come to meet my dear wife. What does he gain by that?
He loses a very good dinner, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, Topper.
Freddie, do you know what it means among the men down at the Exchange to be called a Scrooge? It's the worst kind of insult. Why, you miserable old Scrooge.
I'm sure that fellow is exaggerating, Spirit.
Freddie, I would never call you a Scrooge.
Well, yes, but I am one. Scrooge was my mother's maiden name, you know. I'm told that she had a sweet, crooked smile and kindest of hearts. And she loved her brother dearly, so
Oh, he never finishes what he begins to say.
Fred, are you all right?
He's my only relation, Catherine. It grieves me that we should miss out on the pleasures of family. Yet, still, I'll continue to go round to him each year to say, Merry Christmas, Uncle, if only to put him in mind to leave poor Bob Cratchit and his family a little something. Old Bob deserves a present if any man does.
Presents? Shall we exchange presents?
It is time for us to depart, Scrooge.
Oh, no, Spirit. Let us stay. Just a little longer.
No presents until the others arrive for our party. How about a game while we wait? A game of yes or no. We each ask yes or no questions and guess the answer.
Oh, no, I'm dreadful at that sort of thing.
Nonsense. It'll cheer you up, Fred.
I'm not sure I understand the rules, but I'm game.
All right, let's have at it then.
Oh, good. I'll ask the first question. Are you animal, vegetable, or mineral?
A yes or no question, Topper. It has to be yes or no.
Yeah, I see.
I'll try. Are you thinking of an animal?
Well, yes.
Living or dead?
A yes or no question, my good man. It's not that hard. Oh, he's hopeless, Spirit.
They can't hear you, Scrooge.
Sorry, Spirit. I haven't played a game in years.
Yes or no only, Topper?
Yeah, right then. Is it living?
Yes.
Is it a wild animal?
No.
Can it be found in London?
Yes.
Does it growl?
Yes.
Is it frightening?
Yes.
Is it disagreeable?
Certainly.
Is it a pig?
No.
Is it a rat?
No. Well, you might think so.
Is it a man? Oh, it is, isn't it? Who is it?
No, I know who it is, you cheeky boy, you. Why, it's your Uncle Scrooge, isn't it?
It is!
Yeah.
It's me! Oh, it's me! Oh, dear. It's me.
Well, I propose we drink to his health regardless. Uncle, wherever you are, a Merry Christmas to you. You wouldn't take it from me, but you'll have it nevertheless. To Uncle Scrooge.
Here!
Here, here!
Where have they gone? Oh, Spirit, are you unwell?
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight at midnight.
A spirit's life so short? Such a little time? Forgive me if I'm not justified in what I ask, but where have you taken me? I see men at hard labor, women suffering on the street, an almshouse, a hospital, a jail. These places seem not to belong to you. Where is their Christmas here?
Did it not occur to you? I must check on all my children this night.
Spirit, do you see them over there, in the broken window of that abandoned building? Two children's faces peering out, staring with such menace. Are those your children too?
They are man's, and they cling mightily. This brother is ignorance, this sister is want. Beware them both, but most of all the boy, for on his brow is written doom unless it be erased.
They're just children. Have they no refuge?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Your very words, are they not?
They're gone.
Our time is over. How quickly it has passed. In the blink of an eye. Oh. But what a gift it was, this night. This life. What a gift.
A Christmas present.
A Christmas past.
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? I see you in the shadows there, draped in your black cloak and hat. I cannot see your face, yet your eyes burn red. Will you not speak to me? I fear you more than any spectre I have met. What do you wish me to see?
Yeah, Mr. Hibbert.
Mr. Rowling.
Chilly morning.
Chilly indeed.
Oh, did you hear?
Old Scratch is dead.
Is he? I thought he would never go. What has he done with his money, I wonder? Man like that.
He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know.
Nor I, quite. Hadn't many friends at all, had he? The old man.
I think not. Will you attend his funeral?
Only if lunch is provided.
I say, let's go to the club and have a little drinky instead.
Ooh, much more enjoyable use of our time. Lead on, sir.
I recognize those men. I'm on this corner every day, yet I see no likeness of myself here. Spirit, speak to me. Where am I in this vision? What else can you show me?
Joe, you in here?
Mrs. Dilber?
Why, Mrs. Dilber. Sorry, but old Joe's pawn shop is closed for Christmas.
But Joe, I got a bundle for you to sell. Belonged to old Scratch. He's finally set sail for the great beyond.
Ha! Is that so? The old fool. Dead.
As a doornail. Happened last evening. He was alone at the end. And seeing his arm out of a job, I helped myself to a few things to sell. See here.
Spoons, some buttons, a leather boot. These the bed curtains.
I took 'em down, rings and all.
You're beautiful, you are. He didn't go die of anything catching, I hope.
I weren't so fond of his company I'd hang about him if he was sick. This is the end of it, you see. Of all the people I kept house for, he was the most miserable. He frightened everyone away when he was alive, and so we profit now he's dead. Strange, isn't it?
I'll give you something for it. I always like to help a pretty lady. It's a weakness of mine.
Oh, Joe, you scoundrel!
A Merry Christmas for us both.
Spirit, I fear to know. Of whom do they speak? Is there any tenderness connected with death? If there is, show it now, or I shall be forever haunted by these visions.
Are you all right, Mother?
What? Yes, Martha.
I wonder where Father is. He's walked a bit slower than he used to these past few evenings. I've known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder, very fast indeed.
So have I, Peter. So have I.
Father loved him so. We all did. Father!
Hello, children. Hello, my darling wife. Oh, you're coming along quite well with your sewing, my love. Darling?
What? Oh, yes. Yes.
You went there today, didn't you, Father? To the cemetery.
Yes, I did. And how I wish you could have come. It would have done you good to see the rolling hill and the grass. It's a very quiet spot indeed. I promised him that we would go there on a Sunday to sit by him and keep him in our hearts. Oh, tiny, tiny Tim.
Oh, Father, please don't cry, Father.
There now. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Father.
I ran into Mr. Scrooge's nephew today. He said, Bob, I'm heartily sorry for you and your good wife. He's a good man. I shouldn't be surprised if he got Peter an apprenticeship someday. You'll go far, Peter.
I don't want to go anywhere. I want always to stay here with you and Mum.
Oh, Peter, there will come a time, and however and whenever we part from one another, I am sure we shall none of us forget our poor tiny Tim and this first parting that there was among us.
Never, Father, never.
Oh, my sweet family. I'm happy. very happy. Because we will always have each other. Right, Mother?
My poor boy. My poor little Tim.
Come along, Mother. I'll take you inside. You need to rest.
Spectre, something tells me our parting is at hand. Tell me, Spirit, tell me, are these the shadows of things that will be, or things that may be only? If these courses are departed from, might their ends surely change? The graveyard. Why have you brought me here to stand before this freshly dug grave? Spirit, am I the man whom these shadows you have shown me speak? But look, the name on the stone. It is mine own. Oh, Spirit, the grave is mine, is it not? Jacob spoke of hope and reclamation. Is the none for me? Only now do I understand his warning. My business was man. Spirit! Oh, Spirit, hear me! I'm not the man I was. I'll not be the man I have been, Spirit. I wish to change these shadows you have shown me. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. The past, the present, and the future, all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out their lessons. Please, tell me that I may sponge away the writing on this stone. Spirit, where are you? I don't want to be alone. I am alone. Alone.
Sir? Sir? Sir, are you all right?
What? But where am I?
You're here, sir. On Newman's Lane.
I'm alive? I'm alive. Oh, heaven and Christmas be praised. The shadows of things that would have been will be dispelled. I know they will. And what is this? It's a laugh. Really? Oh, I'm so out of practice, I don't know what to do with it. You there, child, what day is this?
Why, it's Christmas Day, sir.
Christmas Day? Oh, I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Of course they have. Oh, my fine boy. You know the poultry shop on the corner? Go and buy the prize turkey in their window, and I shall give you a coin if you're quick about it. Ha! But wait. You are the boy I heard singing on Main Street last night, were you not?
Yes, I'm sorry,
But
sir.
you mustn't be. I heard your carol. You must sing loudly, child. Let everyone hear your song. For a Christmas carol can save your mortal soul. Now run, boy, run!
Walker! Good King Wenceslas.
The prize turkey. I shall send it to Bob Cratchit's. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim, I'm sure. My house, my drafty old house. Oh, how lovely a sight it is. Oh, my bedroom. My bed curtains.
Oh, you're awake then, are you?
Ah, Mrs. Dilber, help me get dressed, will you? I don't know what to do. Marley was dead to begin with, then 3 spirits came sailing in, and now I'm as merry as a schoolboy. Oh, no, Mrs. Dilber, I've always wanted to tell you, you're beautiful.
Call for the police! He's gone mad.
Oh, my apologies, terribly sorry, my good woman. I'll have to work on that, won't I? Good morning, my friends. Oh, look at the people filling the streets on their merry way. Oh, my dear ladies, you're the pair who came to my place of business yesterday, are you not?
Mr. Scrooge?
That is my name, though I fear it may not be pleasant to you. Please accept this cheque, with a great many back payments included. We must take care of our brothers and sisters.
Bless you, Mr. Scrooge.
Why, I don't know what to say.
No need to say a thing. Now, if you'd excuse me, I must pay a long overdue visit upon my nephew.
Fred, Hurry, my love. Our guests will be here soon.
But you must rest, Catherine. Stay off your feet. To think at this time next year our little family will be one larger. I count our blessings daily.
And yet, something's bothering you. You can't hide it from me. It's him, isn't it? You're disappointed after your meeting with your...
Uncle Scrooge? Darling, in the doorway.
Hello, Fred. I wonder if your invitation still stands. I should like to come to dinner, if you'll have me.
Of course. You're most welcome here. Come in, Uncle. Close your mouth, Fred.
Dear Catherine, I'm sorry it has taken me so long for this introduction. I should have come sooner, but somehow I lost my way.
You needn't apologize. You're here now, with your family.
Welcome home.
Fred, your mother would be so proud.
Come along now. The others will be here soon. It's going to be a party, at long last.
Do you like games, Fred? I think I'd be very good at games.
The next morning was Boxing Day, the feast of Stephen. The snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Scrooge was early at the warehouse. Oh, how he wanted to catch Bob Cratchit coming late, for that was the thing he had his heart set upon. The clock struck 9, but no Bob Cratchit. 1:15, no Bob Cratchit, and then...
Cratchit! You're late!
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm behind my time.
A full 18.5 minutes behind your time, and I'm not going to stand this sort of thing any longer, Cratchit. And therefore, I have no choice but to raise your salary.
No! Please, sir, What was that, sir?
A Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas to you, my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year.
Sit down, sir. I'm going to call the doctor.
And I'm going to raise your salary, Bob. And if you'll let me, I'd like to help your family. And Tim. We must help poor Tim. We'll find the finest doctors we can. The boy will be well, Bob. I promise you. I shall make it my business.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, thank you.
Now, put some coal on the fire, man. Do you want us to freeze in here?
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. He became as good a friend and as good a man as the good old city ever knew. He reclaimed his family name and became that wonderful thing called a Scrooge. He had no further visits by spirits. Their lessons had been learned. Some laughed to see the change in him, but he let them laugh, for what of it? It was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas in his heart and bring joy to the world if any man could.
And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
What a perfect ending to one of my favorite stories. And with that, we bring down the curtain on our merry little Christmas carol here at the Westport Country Playhouse. Well, I guess it's time for me to lock up and head home now. I'll leave our single ghost light burning on the stage, as we always do after the curtain comes down. It's supposed to keep the ghosts at bay. But even as I close the door behind me, I can almost hear the spirits of actors past, present, and future planning their next show, keeping watch over our theater, filling it with comfort and joy. From all of us at the Westport Country Playhouse, we wish you a happy holiday and a healthy new year. Until we meet again.
A Merry Little Christmas Carol was written and directed by Mark Shanahan, adapted from his play of the same name, and based on the novella by Charles Dickens, featuring original music, sound design, and audio production by JOHN GROMADA, with Paxton Whitehead as Ebenezer Scrooge, Brian J. Carter as Bob Cratchit and others, Joel de la Fuente as Fred, Sana Prince Sarr as the street urchin and others, Triney Sandoval as Jacob Marley, Maya Dillon as Mrs. Dilber, Geneva Carr as the ghost of Christmas past, Mark Shanahan as Mr. Creakle, Pearl Sun as Fan and others, Richard Henry as Old Fezziwig and others, Joe Delafield as Dick Wilkins and others, Danielle Davenport as Belle and others, Brittany Coleman as the Ghost of Christmas Present, Sarah Manton as Mrs. Cratchit, Catherine Shanahan as Martha Cratchit, Theo Adamson as Tiny Tim, John Gromada as the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, and Mark Lemos as the narrator. For the Westport Country Playhouse, casting and artistic administration, Ann Keefe, stage manager, Erin Joy Swank, associate sound designer, Joel Abbott, technical director and associate director of production, R.J. Romeo, associate producer and director of production, David Dreyfus, managing director, Michael Barker, and United Scenic Artists Local 829 of the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees. For WSHU, station manager, Rima Dial, program director and Morning Edition host, Tom Kuzer, Julie Ferdino, production director. If you'd like to listen to this program or share with friends and family, the recording of this radio play will be available on the Playhouse website, www.westportplayhouse.org, along with the full cast list, an activity book for kids, and other details related to the making of this production. Thank you again to our generous sponsors, Mary Ellen and Jim Marpy, Judy and Scott Fairs, and to WSHU for their generous collaboration.